How well do you know airspace? Let's take the airspace quiz for glider pilots. So this quiz is equivalent to what you might expect on a flight review or a checkirde oral exam. It's designed around USA regulations. Okay, let's go. We'll start at Warner Springs Glider Port and the surrounding airspace. Notice the shaded magenta line. Now, standing on the ground at Warner Springs, what class airspace are you in? And what are the visibility and cloud clearance requirements? Answer: Class G, 1 mile and clear of clouds. To what altitude above the ground does this Class G airspace extend to? Answer: 1,200 feet AGL. Okay, let's move over to Borrego Valley Airport. Notice the shaded magenta line surrounds the airport. So what class airspace exists on the ground here at Borrego Valley, and to what altitude does it extend? Answer: Class G and 700 feet AGL. What class airspace exists above the Class G, and what are the visibility and cloud clearance requirements in that airspace? Answer: Class E, with 3 miles visibility, 1,000 above, 500 below, and 2,000 feet horizontally from clouds. Okay, now we're going to slide up to Jacqueline Cochran Regional Airport, better known as Thermal. Here we see a dashed magenta circle that surrounds the airport. What does that mean? Answer: the Class E airspace extends to the ground. Okay, now let's go soaring above Mount San Jacinto. If we were 1,000 feet above the peak, what class airspace are we in, and what cloud clearance requirements apply? Answer: Class G airspace, since we are within 1,200 feet of the ground, therefore 1 mile visibility and clear of clouds. Okay, now we climb 2,000 feet above the peak. What class airspace is this, and what visibility and cloud clearance requirements are in place? Answer: Class E airspace, and now above 10,000 feet MSL, it's 5 miles visibility with cloud clearance requirements of 1,000 above, 1,000 below, and 1 mile horizontal. We also see here a designation of sensitive wildlife area where pilots are requested to maintain 2,000 feet above the surface. Does this apply to gliders? Answer: no, it does not. At least while not operating an engine, as AC 9136D, this only applies to noise-producing aircraft. Okay, now we'll go over to Ramona Airport, and we see the blue segmented circle that surrounds the airport. What does that mean? Answer: Class D airspace. And how high does this Class D airspace extend? Answer: typically up to 2,500 feet above ground. In this case, it's up to but not including 3,800 feet, as noted by the minus sign in front of the altitude. This is because the overlying Class B airspace begins at 3,800 feet over a portion of the Class D. Now, we also note that the tower frequency has a star next to it. What does that mean? Answer: the non-continuous operation of the tower. What is required before entering Class D airspace? Answer: establish two-way radio communication with the tower. For this, the controller must at least address you by your call sign. Glider 1234 Alpha Standby establishes that communication, while glider calling Ramona Standby does not. What happens to the Class D airspace when the tower is not in operation? Answer: it reverts to either Class G or Class E airspace as published in the chart supplement. What does the circled C in the airport information block mean? Answer: it designates the frequency to be used as a CTAF, or Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, when the tower is not in operation. See Airman's Information Manual 419 for more information. Okay, let's slide up to John Wayne Orange County Airport. It's surrounded by this thick magenta line. What does that mean, and how high does it extend? Answer: that is Class C airspace. Typically, it extends up to 4,000 feet above the airport, but it's specified on the chart. What is required to enter Class C airspace? Answer: a Mode C transponder, an ADS-B out, and to have established two-way radio communications. If you are flying a glider that does not have ADS-B out, what areas of the Class C must you avoid? Answer: within the Class C airspace and above the Class C airspace up to 10,000 feet MSL. As we move down now to the area around a major airport, we encounter this magenta circle 30 miles out. What is it? How high does it go? And can gliders go into it without any special equipment or communication requirements? Answer: it's commonly referred to as the Mode C veil. Aircraft with an electrical system are required to have ADS-B out, but gliders are exempt. However, it doesn't mean you won't get run over, as this area covers the normal descent profile for airline traffic. We move closer to the major airport and see these blue lines. What airspace does this designate? How high does it extend? And what is required to enter it? Answer: this is Class B airspace. Class B typically extends to 10,000 feet MSL, requires a clearance to enter. For example, glider 1234 Alpha cleared into the Bravo airspace, followed by other instructions. See FAR 91-131 and the Aeronautical Information Manual for more details. Occasionally, airspace must be restricted to protect operations such as firefighting, major public events, and VIP movement. What are these areas called, and how can you find out about them? Answer: they are Temporary Flight Restrictions, or TFRs. You can look them up on the official FAA website, tfr.faa.gov, or they are also shown on other websites such as skyvector.com and SkySight. Okay, Palm Springs and about 29 other U.S. airports share this dark gray designation. What is it? Answer: a TRSA, or Terminal Radar Service Area. Pilots operating under VFR are encouraged to contact Radar Approach Control and avail themselves of the TRSA services. A TRSA is not a regulatory airspace designation, so the underlying Class D and E airspace rules apply. Contact frequencies are found on the communication tabs on the back of the sectional chart. Now we see named areas with a magenta hash mark labeled MOA. What is that, and what is required to enter it? Answer: an MOA is a military operations area. No special permission is required. However, pilots operating under VFR should exercise extreme caution while flying within an MOA when military activity is being conducted, as the activities can include air combat tactics, air intercepts, aerobatics, formation training, and low-altitude tactics, and speeds below 10,000 feet may exceed 250 knots. Near many MOAs is a blue hashed designation with numbers that begin with R. What is that, and can you fly into it? These are restricted areas and contain dangerous activities such as live fire exercises and guided missiles. You may not operate into a restricted area within the boundaries and times of operation without the permission of the using or controlling agency. The current and future status of restricted and other special use airspace can be attained at sua.faa.gov or by contacting a local flight service station. And finally, over the continental United States and Alaska, what is the maximum altitude you may fly without a specific clearance or designated exemption, and what class airspace is that? Answer: 18,000 feet is the beginning of Class A airspace. To fly in Class A airspace, you need an instrument rating, a properly equipped aircraft, and an IFR clearance. There are exceptions for wave windows and personal letters of agreement. Have you ever been asked an airspace question on a flight review or oral exam that we didn't cover here? Let us know in the comments. And check out my videos on airspace for glider pilots on this channel. Also check out my Soaring resources page, thesoaringpage.com. Please like and subscribe so you're notified of new content. Thanks for watching and fly safe.